Now that you have a connection to the map drive, the G drive, you can create a new document. So only one need to create a new document. So only one in the group. Once you have created that document, you can share it, and you'll notice that that file will have that Workshare name. So let's start a new file, or I'll just start a new file. Okay, so you don't have to do this, or you shouldn't do this. So only one document will be created, and then it will be shared. So I'm going to use version 2020. If you're using 2021, it will upgrade the model, but then those who are using 2020 version will not be able to open that document anymore. So be careful. Click OK. And I'm just going to place here a simple wall, box wall, rectangular wall. And then I'm going to initiate it so that you can collaborate with me in this wall. So we're going to build, let's say, a wall, WA, using a rectangle or the rectangle tool. I'm just going to create this, maybe this much. Okay, and then I'm going to finish that command, and I'm going to initiate the Workshare process. You do that by going to the Collaborate tab. Okay, so initially you have these two buttons, Collaborate and Worksets. So click on Collaborate. Again, only one person in the team should do this. So first, it will ask you to save the model. So save the model and continue. And then you need to save it to the shared drive. So I'm in my shared drive now. So I'm just going to name this as building shared. Okay. Options. One backup should be plenty, and I'm going to use 3D view to generate if view sheet is not up to date, and click OK. And click Save. Now, I'm going to look at the work sets. Work sets are like layers, but not really layers. They're like a grouping of elements in your project that can be edited by a user, okay, one at a time. So if somebody's editing a particular wall, nobody else can edit that. Okay, so we're going to enable this within a network. If you have a Beam 360 in your office, then you can click on this. So this is sharing within a cloud. So we're sharing within our shared network. So we'll click OK to that. And once we have completed that, then this file is now going to become a central file. So this is the main file that is shared or saved in the network. So what you need to do is you need to close this first. You don't want to work on the central file. So close this. Yeah, save changes. That's okay. So first time the drive has been saved since Worksharing was enabled. So this project will therefore become the central model. Yep. Do you want to save this project as the central model? Yes. Okay, so once you have done that, then you can now open it from the central file, this central model, but it will actually just download a local copy. So you're not working on the central file. And when you synchronize, it will update that central file. Okay, so it's saving. Of course, it will take time since you are saving it in a network drive. So it takes a little while. So this is one way of work sharing or collaborating on a project. Okay. So notice that now my building shared has this uh, icon right here below. So that means when you download this or when you click this, you will be able to click or download a copy of it. You can also, if you don't have this, since you're accessing it for the first time, then you can say open, and you need to go to the network drive. Okay, so building shared, and you want to create a new local. So make sure you create a new local and you're not opening the central file. Now, if you want to share this uh, to a client or somebody else, then you can detach from central. So right now, we're just going to create a new local. So if you're downloading it for the first time, right, or opening it for the same first time. So click open. So it's creating a local file. I actually have that already. And once you have done that, then the next time you're going to open this file, you just have to click it from the recent documents. Okay, once it's open, you will notice that there are now different buttons that are made available to you. So you can edit requests, okay, or if there are editing requests, then if you are the owner, you can allow them to edit the document. So I've opened this and other people might be opening this as well. So I can click on collaborate, and right now, if I click on work set, you'll notice that I am the owner of this level. Since I created the model, the central file, I am the owner. So people can borrow this for editing. So what I'm going to do is, if I click this and try to say no now, that means I'm not anymore the owner. So other people can edit the work set number one, which is the drawing. Now, all those elements that I have drawn, the walls, belong to work set one. Other people can create a new work set and add different drawings. So they're in effect drawing on a work set, and nobody else can draw on that. But it is overlaid to this drawing. Now, let's see if it will allow me to change this, because otherwise you might need to synchronize it to central before you can do this. So if I click OK now, well, since I already did this before, it allowed me to uh, change the value of the ownership of the work set number one. So it's now editable, meaning to say other people can actually edit these walls belonging to work set one. Now, if I edit this now, let's say I push it out a little bit. Okay, since I'm editing it, if I go back to the collaborate tab, let's see what happened. Under work set, see, since I edited this work set, I am now a borrower. Okay, so if nobody is editing it or nobody owns it, then you're able to edit it. But once I start editing it, now I am a borrower of that work set. I can create new work sets. I'll just name it for this purpose, say W1, click OK. I'm the owner, right? So I can again work on this work set. So there's nothing in the work set right now, W1, But if I add drawings to or walls or windows, then that will belong to work set 1. Okay, so I'm going to say okay to this. Do you want to make work set 1 the active work set? Again, similar to layers, but not really a layer. So I'm now working in work set 1. So you can see that here, the active work set is work set 1. Okay, so there's work set 1, there's W1, sorry, W1. So work set 1 is not editable, meaning to say no owner, okay, there's no ownership to this work set. So you can come in and edit this and borrow that. But for W1, okay, if you open W1 now, or if you go to work sets, you'll notice that anything I am drawing in W1 cannot be edited. So let me draw something in W1, and I'll, you can check whether you're able to edit that. So I'll just place another wall, let's say WA. I'll just place it here. Now that wall belongs to work set number 1. So if you click on it, under the properties browser, you will see the work set it belongs to. So down here, it says work set W1 edited by yours truly. Okay. Now try editing this. I'm not going to release this wall, and try to see if you are able to edit it. Okay. So let me go back to collaborate and synchronize this file with the central file. So you have the down arrow here. You can synchronize and modify settings or synchronize now. I'll just say synchronize now. So it will synchronize, and the central file will then be updated. Okay. I can also relinquish all mine or all the work sets that I own by clicking on this button. So I have that, and just try opening this file. Again, do not double click it, right? Or if you do, make sure you're creating a copy, local copy. Okay, so I'm going to close this now, save. I'm going to save and close. Now, you still have elements editable within your model. Okay, what do you want to do? Do I want to relinquish elements and worksheet or keep ownership of elements? I'm going to keep ownership of the elements so that you can check whether you're able to edit that. So prevents others from gaining access to this element and work sets. Okay, so when you are editing it and you want to borrow it, then you need to make a request. So we'll try to do that in class. So I'll keep that and close my document.